Yo, what up, is Don?
Samuel here.
Soul Brothers back up in it. It's about that time.
Ooh.
LeBron season is upon us.
Yes.
Just got the 17s in. Thought we'd take a look. Quick comparison with the 16. What are the differences? What can you expect?
How much were the 16s?
I think they're 180,
right?
185 maybe?
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
Definitely not 200.
Definitely
right?
not.
These are 200. They upped the price a little bit. Top tier pricing. Pretty much nuts at nowadays because there's so many good cheap performers.
But like, why? Like 15, 20 bucks for what? It didn't even,
Yeah, the tech doesn't look crazier. It's all pretty similar as far as, high-end Nike's top tech.
Yeah.
New knit. But there is some new stuff that they're implementing in LeBron's. But, we'll see.
Yes. So anyways, let's get it started off with the tracciones. You guys already know LeBron 16, it was a top tier traction. Very, very nice. And you just have these like little curved lines, And of course you do have these pods that are kind of like articulating the midsole and the outsole. So, you guys already know about the traction in the 16. The 17, I heard Donny Boy squeaking in here. The 16, pretty much silent. You break it in a little bit, it gets a little bit squeakier and a little bit louder, but it's mostly silent. The 17, super squeaky.
Yeah, it was squeaking in here, which means it's probably going to squeak like hell on the hardwood at the court, but it seemed really nice in here. So it looks like it might be nice. The rubber is definitely softer.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The 16s are super robust.
Yeah.
Great durability. That looks like it might be, a little less the case in the 17.
Mm-hmm.
Not really going to be testing these outdoors, but traction will probably be good. But it has a lot to live up to the 16.
Yeah, of course, durability and dust is always an issue, or like it can be an issue, so we'll have to see on that. Also, another thing is like all these lines are running parallel to, perpendicular to lateral movements, which is good. The 16 it also does that, but it does it more at like a 45 degree.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So it's just a little difference there. But 16, as far as right now, durability seems a little bit better. And obviously we don't know about dust, but 16 was really good on dust.
Yeah.
So, there's that. Moving on to the cushion, which is something they they changed up a good amount.
Yeah, big time.
So, of course, in the 16, you have Zoom Air, basically in this middle pod, and in the forefoot, and you have Battle Max, or I guess a blend of Zoom and Air Max in the heel, which felt great. It felt amazing and very, very, very bouncy.
Yeah.
And the 17 is kind of the same in the forefoot, but the 16 is basically just the entire forefoot. They podded it out. I don't know. They made two pods and made it like probably a little bit harder to feel in the forefoot. But as far as like court feel goes, what feels better as far as court feeling?
I don't know. They're both not great.
Okay.
But if I had to say one, that's probably just because I know the numbers, and I know this one's higher. I probably would lean towards that. The 16 being a little lower to the ground.
Yeah.
But the cushion is it's quite a bit different. They're both have something in common, or a couple things. They're both really, really high up off the ground, and they're both just like a lot.
Yeah.
You feel it. You feel what's going on. It's not like super, super minimal and responsive and all that. But the 17s are a lot more impact protection geared, right? So it's a lot softer, less bounce. Really, no bounce. As of right now, off first impressions. So. We'll see. Maybe the forefoot will get a little bouncier once I break it in, but probably not because it's two separate pods. It's less surface area. Usually when there's one larger Zoom unit, you could feel it a lot better. And, the 16s are super bouncy throughout the whole shoe. Yeah. Pretty much, and so it's going to be a different vibe for sure.
Yeah. Of course, the 16 still has really good impact protection.
Yeah, so, it does.
What extent do you need to go to? You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is too much, but obviously I haven't tried it out. But I've tried Air Max, so.
And it's mainly towards the edges. Yeah. If you've ever tried a 270 unit or even a lot of Air Max, really like on all the edges is where you really feel the cushion, which is like doesn't make sense to us.
Yeah.
Your heel is impacting right here in the center mostly, right? And in a hoop shoe, if you're doing a lot of lateral movements and cutting and stuff, you want stability on the edges, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, mostly just on the lateral side. So you like roll it.
For sure.
But anyway, it's just speculation. We haven't played in it yet, so it's just an initial comparison that Donny Boy just felt right as of right now. As far as like, I guess the 17 does that too. So like, remember how
toe comes up?
Yeah, the toe comes up. So like the zoom unit comes into contact, and there's like a little bit of a separation, and the toe comes up. Do you feel like? I love that. Like, it just kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit. You put a little bit of weight and just like really wants to keep you on your toes. Do you feel that in 17?
A little bit. Didn't notice it too much. Wasn't really thinking about that too much, to be honest. And the performance review will kind of break that down more. I wasn't really a fan of that initially, but yeah, it kind of grew on me. That feeling of kind of being propelled forward.
But like, I guess the 16 does come up a lot more if you look at it. The 17 is a little bit lower to the ground. So. And of course, I mean, as far as like bending the midsole and having that articulation, they both have that, and they both kind of like bend. So I mean, they don't feel super stiff or anything, right? Like the LeBron 10s and stuff. And of course, you do have the compression in the heels, so there's that. All right, as far as materials go, you have Battle Knit 2.0 versus Knit Posit, and I believe the Knit Posit is mostly just here in the ankle area in the 17, right? What feels better?
What are they calling this? Knit Posit.
Knit Posit.
Feels better on foot. Yeah,
really?
It's just softer and more cozy.
Really?
Is it better though? I don't know about that. It feels a little puffier, right? So it feels like it may be a little hotter and feel a little more puffy, you know, but being cozy in a hoop shoe isn't always like the best thing. I mean, you want it to be somewhat comfortable, but
as far as thickness goes, they feel pretty similar as far as thickness. They both feel like really thick, you know? But yeah, I mean, they're pretty much the same. Very thick knit. They're not really glued down too much, so it feels pretty soft as far as like on your foot.
Feel inside, like on the toe. Okay, like kind of push in a little bit. Now do that on the 17. You feel it has kind of like a little foam layer. Kind of like a soft little foam layer that makes it feel a little more cozy.
I see. So what do you like better?
Right now I like the 17 better.
17's a little bit better.
Yeah, because it's just a little cozier. That's taking into consideration, hopefully it's not too hot and doesn't feel a little bit, you know, more bulky than I would like. We'll see.
As far as like putting on the shoe, of course the 16 had the flat tongue, which we both really loved. What's easier to put on?
The 16.
16, but the 17 is still pretty easy.
Yeah, still pretty easy, but the 16's on a different level.
Okay.
It's so nice, that flat tongue.
Yeah, and as far as like tightening up the laces and stuff, they both go through the upper. They both like tighten up on your foot and stuff. Real nice. Okay. As far as like, you know, fit goes, what fits better?
To be honest, for me, I have a narrow foot. 16 fits a lot better. I went the same sizing for both of them. I sized down because LeBrons do run a little bit long, but the 16s were pretty narrow. One of the narrower LeBrons for sure.
Definitely.
The 17 kind of went back to some older model LeBrons like the 11, in that they're a lot wider, roomier inside. So for me, that's not good, you know.
Yeah, look at that. It kind of comes up a lot more.
It does.
You scrunch it up. It kind of comes up like a centimeter or two higher in the 17. So I feel like a toe room, if you have a thick ass foot or you like to have toe room in your basketball shoe, 17s are probably a little better.
Yeah.
So 16 is better for you, but if you have a wider, thicker foot, 17 is better. And you said a size half down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As far as support and lockdown, I feel like they'll both be good.
Yeah.
You guys already know. But the 17 has this little thing here. In the
ankle. Little ankle action coming up.
Does it?
It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually really soft.
Yeah, it's super soft and flimsy, so if anything, they could have probably done without it, to be honest.
Yeah, just keep it low, you know? As far as weight goes, what do you think is more heavy?
God, you know what? I'm almost leaning towards the 16.
Being heavy, right?
Yeah.
And we still have this. This is probably like 0.2 ounces.
Yeah.
Not a huge deal, but I think this was like 21.
Yeah, something like that.
It was like 21. Yeah, 21.5. So we'll say like 21.2 because of that little strap thing. The 16 is probably way heavier. Oh no. 20 point. Why does this feel heavier?
You know what? It's just like more solid or something. I don't know.
It feels heavier.
It does.
Joke. Yeah, in hand. That's weird. But anyways.
But yeah, I guess it is heavier.
Yeah, that was like 0.4.
Yeah, it's minimal. We thought it was gonna be a lot heavier.
Yeah, maybe like 2 ounces heavier.
Yeah.
But what feels lighter on foot?
You know, they're both pretty comparable,
Yeah, okay.
to be honest,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of it will depend on traction, how good the traction is,
And of course,
to feel how responsive you are.
the cushion and the
Yeah.
Air Max, you know, we'll have to see on that as well. But anyways, all right, aesthetics, 16 for me.
16.
Okay, yeah. Who likes the 17 better? I don't
Nobody.
know. Nobody. I just like that they're going back to the bigger swoosh. I just didn't like the smaller swoosh on the 16 and 15. But anyways, tell us what you guys think looks better down in the comment section below. But as far as right now, first impressions or initial comparison, what do you like better?
The 16.
Yeah.
To be honest, that could definitely change though.
Yeah.
I don't know if traction is nuts in this, and the feel of the upper kind of, you know, starts to break in for me, and you know, I somehow get a good fit. Maybe put an insole in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might be just as good. You know, but the cushion is just, I can't see it being better than the 16.
Yeah.
They
screwed up with that.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's just an initial comparison. If you guys want to cop, we'll leave a link in the description box. I don't know if the 17 is available yet, but that's it. Hope you helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys next.
Later.
Thanks.